We have Washington coach Steve Sarkisian and junior running back Chris Polk. Coach, we'll go ahead and make an opening remark and we'll take questions.
Well, it's an exciting time to be part of the Pac-12 now, and being two Southern California guys and being raised in this thing when it went from Pac-8 to Pac-10 to Pac-12, it's exciting. And I think for us as the University of Washington, our program as we're growing, we couldn't be in a better conference at a better time for the exposure needed for us and for this conference. I think we've got a football team that, as you saw at the end of last season, started to play a brand of football that we believe in, and that's one that's physical, that believes in running the football and playing sound defense. And we're fortunate to have veteran leadership as we grow. We're still a very young football team. I think we played 16 true freshmen last fall, but we've got veteran leaders, Chris Polk, Jermaine Kearse, Senio Clemente. On the defensive side, Alameda Tamu, Court Dennison, Quentin Richardson, Desmond Trufant. So we've got a nice blend from a veteran standpoint to some young talent coming in that we're evolving. And we're playing a brand of football that we're proud of and that we believe in. The challenge for us is to find that consistency level. If you look at us our first 2 years, we were kind of up and down, and we hit a lull in the middle of the year, and then we finished pretty strong. And so the challenge for us and for our kids is to find that consistency factor, and if we do slip up, if we do lose a ball game, to get back on the horse and play a brand of football that we're proud of the very next week. And so that's going to be the challenge. Obviously, on the offensive side of the ball, replacing Jake Locker is a big challenge for us. We've got a great young quarterback in Keith Price, who plays a brand of football that is fun. It's exciting. He's a kid that comes to work with a smile on his face every day, loves what he does. His players love him and respect him. But the reality of it is we aren't going to be able to rely on that quarterback position like we were able to with Jake for 2 years. It's going to be more on relying on Chris and Jesse Collier of running the ball, and then utilizing the one-on-one matchups on the outside with a Jermaine Kearse, a Devin Aguilar, a Kevin Smith, and maybe the emergence of a newcomer in Kason Williams. And so I love where we're headed. I love the fact that our community is rallying behind a football program and a style of play that they believe in, that they've grown up watching under Coach James. And now as we go into 2011, it's great for the University of Washington to be part of this Pac-12 and where it's headed.
Take questions from the group down here in the front center.
This question is for Chris. With Jake Locker being gone, are you ready to put this team on your back, and why?
It's not necessarily on my back because, it's not the game of football is not based off of individual performances. So if our O-line's not working, then the run game's not working, and the passing game's not working. So like the good thing about having Jake Locker on our team is that we know what it takes to be a top 10 pick, NFL draft pick. So him, like he was a father figure to us on and off the field. So after us seeing that and us trying to model ourselves after him, like we know what's needed, and we have more leaders now. So it's not necessarily just me; it's all of us. We gotta have more young people step up in key situations.
No questions? Down here in the center.
Steve, I don't know if you know yet, but in terms of injuries, is there anybody that when you start on August 8th that's not going to be there other than obviously like Deontay Cooper, the guys you kind of detailed before? But
No, we'll have a few guys, might be limited, Bob early on, Samisi, Toklahai, Sione, Potai might be a little bit limited there. But for the most part, we're healthy. We look good. Our guys have transforming their bodies and look great. I think Ivan's done a tremendous job in the summer workouts. These guys have done a great job from a leadership standpoint of preparing our guys. So from that aspect, we look good, but you never know as things creep up, and we just try to avoid the freaky injuries here as we head into training camp.
Question in the center.
Steve, how much of the blueprint do you want to continue to follow from the final month of last year and then into the bowl game, relying on him and playing defense?
Well, I love that blueprint because I think that, when you're running the football and you're playing sound defense, you give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter to win games. And that's all you can ask for. This conference is so talented and it's so well coached that, man, if we can just be in fourth quarters of games with a chance to win, we've got a pretty good horse to ride. And when you're playing good defense, you're giving yourself a chance, and that's all you can ask for. And there's going to be games where games take on different dynamics and different roles, and we'll have to throw more or run more or whatever that may be, or call a fake punt or who knows what. But the reality of it is, if you're running the football and you're playing defense, you have a chance, and that's something that I've always believed in, and we're going to continue down that road.
Right here in the center.
Steve, what do you expect of the new members, Colorado and Utah, both present and future?
Well, I expect them to play hard. Both coaches, when Coach Whittingham and Coach Embry are hard-nosed guys. They're going to play hard. They're going to play physical football. Both of them have pretty rich football traditions, and so it's not like we're bringing in somebody that's just stepping in. You're talking about a national champion in Colorado. You're talking about Utah, what they've done. I go back to Ron McBride, to Urban Meyer, and then what Coach Whittingham's continued on doing. And so, two good programs, two tough places to go play, and so great additions to the conference, in my opinion.
Second row on the right.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the stadium renovation and the timetable for that and how that's going to benefit in recruiting?
Well, we will play the 2011 season at Husky Stadium, and then our final home game against Washington State will play at CenturyLink Field, where the Seahawks play this year. And so, following our Oregon game in early November, Husky Stadium's coming down as we know it, and then we will play the entire 2012 season at CenturyLink Field while Husky Stadium's being rebuilt. It's an 18-month project. It'll be underway in November, and it'll be exciting. There'll be some transition obviously involved in that, but I think at the end of the day, not only for our football program, but for our university and our fans, it's going to be great.
In the back center.
Chris, how different is it for you now with Jake being gone?
I would say it's a lot different, being that I can't be the guy in the back anymore. It's not quiet. That's quiet and not outspoken. Being that he's gone, I have to really step up and accept my leadership role, especially with these young guys coming in. I had to really show them the reins and show them what's the right thing and what's not, and what to do and what in order to do to become successful.
Any further questions? We got far left.
Hi, Sean Fitzhugh, California Golden Blocks. This question's for Coach Sark. One of your opponent's coaches last season said that on offense you guys are showing more formations than any team he's ever seen. To what extent are you going to tone that down this season with a younger, more inexperienced quarterback?
We just have really smart players like Chris, and so we're able to do all that kind of fun stuff. The reality of it is this game is about having fun for these guys, and we love to keep them interested. We love to have fun with this thing, and that's why we coach as well. And there's a fine line there. So I don't know. Week to week, you never know what exactly we're going to do or why we're going to do it. We don't vary out of our realm of who we are schematically. If we feel like they can handle it and they handle it, we do it. If we don't, we bag it and we move on to something else. And so, in an odd way, I take that as a compliment, and our players should take that as a compliment that we're able to do so much.
Any further questions? Hope that'll do it. Coach, Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.